all of you. So today I will be speaking about the AI management system, artificial intelligence management system, which is in short called the AIMS, and the role of AI officers in the implementation of AIMS. So let me set the context here. If you will see in the current technological landscape, I think the artificial intelligence is becoming a very powerful driver for change. I think it is disrupting all the industry. Why? Because there are so many AI tools that is deployed in the marketplace. There are about 7,000 plus tools that is running in the marketplace. So you have all the LLMs, like the popular ones like ChatGPT, Gemini, Copilot, Meta's Llama, Perplexity, a lot of tools that is being widely used with a very good user base. And why it is being used? It's mainly it is giving efficiency improvement, plus it is full of knowledge. It's able to intelligently think and give very logical responses, and that's why we see a lot of them are depending on these LLMs. And the organizations also have started implementing this because it is not just the LLMs, it is now going to the extent of implementing the AI agents too. Basically it is doing the work of some repetitive task. Basically it's able to automate some of the repetitive tasks. That's the advantage of AI agents. And if you have multiple AI agents, you go in for agentic AI, which is orchestrating all the AI agents. That's how it functions. So there is a lot of advantage the organizations are getting, and that's why they are in the implementation mode. And there's one more aspect to this is, if you have a massive set of data, I think humans take a lot of time to bring out the analytics from it. But through an AI tool or a LLM, you can get very quick insights about the data. That's the power of the AI tools. So that is one side of it. What are the advantages? I've listed down a couple of points here. On the flip side, there's a lot of risk involved in the deployment of AI tools. One of the examples would be like data privacy. Now when you're deploying the AI tools, you don't know, I think our private data or the confidential data might get leaked out through these AI tools. The tools could be very vulnerable, so you need to do some vulnerability tests to ensure that it is not a vulnerable tool. Over and above this, the ethical practices. Basically, if you look at in Europe, we have the GDPR practice, and that is mandatory. And if any of the personal data gets leaked out, it's a GDPR violation, especially in the Europe area, and attracts a big fine. So it is to be ensured that these AI tools are very responsibly deployed. So there are more aspects to this. It is not just the security or the data security or the data privacy, whatever you call it, but there is also an aspect of security management. It has to be secure and safe. So these aspects also needs to be considered while you're deploying an AI tool. And of course, it has to be apt for your application. I think it has to be you have to analyze, you have to weigh the pros and cons and see that actually this particular tool is good for your application or good for your process or automating your process. Over and above this, I think it is important that all the related risk relating to an AI tool is assessed very comprehensively, and there are a lot of standards. One of the standards is the AI PRISM, which is trust, risk, and the security management side of it. And there are a set of guidelines that is set. And AI tool implementation should comply with this AI PRISM. I think that's how you can, have a responsible implementation of the AI tools. Now, there is one more aspect to this. It is basically the fairness, the outcome fairness. What I mean is, the outcome of an AI tool should not be biased. It should give very logical responses. So that checking also needs to be done. Why I'm saying this is, I'll give an example of a Chinese tool which was recently launched, the LLM DeepSeek. I think it was launched with a lot of fanfare because it was using its own hardware. It wasn't depending on the NVIDIA tool. And what happened was, like, yes, there was a huge buzz around it, but the outcomes were kind of Chinese biased. It was China biased, or whatever you tell it. It was having a bias. So all of a sudden people started, there was news that this is not giving the right transparent outcomes. Of course, I think they have now cleared a lot of such issues. They have fixed a lot of such issues. But what I'm saying is that it has to be very transparent. It has to be unbiased. There should be a lot of fairness in the outcome. You give an input, and the outcome should be quite fair. So that is one aspect that needs to be actually assessed for any AI tool. And the next thing what I'm going to tell is more of people aspect. Why? Because recently you would have seen a lot of news in line with layoffs. There's layoffs, massive layoffs are happening in Microsoft, TCS, mainly due to the AI tools implementation, because once the AI tools are implemented, people are losing their jobs because their repetitive task or their task is being actually automated, and the AI personal assistant is actually able to do that. It could be an AI tool, it could be an AI agent, it could be agentic AI. There are varied forms of implementation possible, basically. So what needs to be done is, if you are trying to implement an AI management system, it is important that the employees needs to be taken into confidence. In fact, we should be telling them, once you have these AI tools implemented, it is definitely going to help you in automating your low-level task, which is repetitive, understand, and so that you can focus more on the complex task. So it's actually adding value to your work, basically. So that's the messaging, or that could be one type of messaging that can go to the employees, so that they feel confident and they start accepting the implementation of AI tools. And also, when you go ahead implementing this, there has to be a commitment from the leadership. Leadership should be convinced that these AI tools is going to definitely bring in returns, and they said they have to commit in terms of the vision, policies, and the objectives, measurable objectives preferably, so that they are kind of rest assured that if there is a measurable objective set for the AI management system, then everybody works towards that and you get the required returns. So that's the modus operandi towards implementation of AI management system. Now, to do all these things, we talked about the positives, we talked about the cons, basically the risk relating to that, we talked about taking the stakeholders into confidence, we talked about leadership commitment and all those things. Now, all these things have to be networked or coordinated well, and we should need someone who should be leading this, someone who should lead this coordination with the leadership, with the stakeholders, with the IT team, with the security team, and all the relevant stakeholders, maybe including the customer, to see that this AI management system is implemented responsibly. And that's the role of a AI officer. So he talks to the senior management, signs off the commitment, and takes of the measurable objectives, discusses with the leaders. I think it could be everybody together, they sit down across the table and discuss and finalize those things. But more important is, a person needs to be responsible to see that these things are coordinated well and implemented. And if you look at the AI management system, it actually is in line with the ISO standards. The standard which is for the AI management system is called ISO 42001, and rest of the structure is almost same as any ISO standard, which includes senior management reviews, which includes continual improvement of the model and all those things. So what I'm trying to say is the role of AI officers is going to be very critical. They need to be very seasoned professionals, seasoned leaders, because there is a lot of stakeholder management that is needed. And you need to be a smart guy to see that this is implemented successfully. So AI management system can be effectively implemented if you have a strong and efficient AI officer. Thank you.